Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Goes the Zebra.
Wow, somebody can't count.
I'm a referee, that's my job. Just be glad I didn't take my socks off, put them on my hand. Anyway, welcome to Pop Goes the Zebra. Jeremy the ref, Jesse the ref. Jesse, what's up, my friend?
Just getting home. I'm not in a hotel. I'm actually home for once when we're doing this. Was supposed to have a one show weekend and then picked up another booking that was a matinee show that was today, Sunday, as we're recording this. So I got home a lot later, showered a lot later, but now I'm cozy in bed, ready to talk about the weekend.
There you
Seems like
go.
seems like you had a pretty fun little weekend there, bud.
Oh boy, did I have a fun little weekend. I was here, there, and everywhere. I didn't go to Alabama, but I did boo them.
Oh yeah.
Uh, but so you had yourself a weekend. Any matches that jump out to you that you'll put in the old logbook?
Uh Adam Priest versus Colby Carino was a absolute solid match. Just from a technical standpoint, they put on a hell of a match for New South for the New South Heavyweight Humongold Championship. I was very fortunate to be the referee for that one. Had my working shoes on. Boy, boy, it made me work. It was a good match.
I yell at people when they do that. Like, what are you doing out here making the fat man work? What's wrong with you? You out of your mind?
For me,
That usually gets a chuckle too.
it does. It's like for me being a fairly rotund individual, not superly rotund. I tend to have fairly good cardio, and I'm able to be very agile.
I think Mick
As in,
Foley put it best one time. He said, "Deceptively good cardiovascular shape."
oh yeah, especially and for somebody of my size to fly around like I do, like anybody that watched Effie's Big Gay Brunch probably saw me go sailing across the ring at one point. Um, so yeah, I'm deceptively agile for an out of shape kid. So you know,
There you go.
but yeah, like I said, I had my working shoes on for New South, and in the show today, I kind of pulled back on the reins. Was not dialed up as heavily, only because I was really tired and hurting. So I wasn't the over the top referee that I usually am. I was a more TV friendly referee. But it had a great time with Wrestle South, which it was a last minute booking. Really enjoyed it, and hopefully I get to go back and work for them because it was a very positive environment and a very nice setup.
Well, that's good.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
speaking of last minute bookings, Friday night I'm chilling out after work. I got my feet up on the desk, and all of a sudden, Steve from Black Label hits me up. He said, "Hey man, I got an extra ticket to the Notre Dame game tomorrow. You interested?" I said, "Bro, I'm there." So I went to my first ever college football game. I'm not like I am enough of a college football fan that I hate Alabama. I cheer for anybody that plays against Alabama. Roll over Tide. Uh, but going out there to South Bend and seeing the campus and seeing Touchdown Jesus and the reflection pool and apparently walking past the building where as we put it, Warrior Wrestling was conceived for the very first time. It was really cool to get out there and do that. Just kind of watching the pomp and circumstance and everything. Not the yeah, but the just kind of just all the traditions and things like
Yeah.
that. It was really cool. And I can't say thank you to Steve enough. Thank you, Steve. You are the man. But you already knew that. Everybody else tells you. I'm gonna jump on. But it was just one of those things where I had a ball doing it, and I would love to do it again. We'll see what happens, but it was really cool to do. Then
So
of
that was
course,
your first. That was your first college football game.
that was my first college football. That was my first college anything. I've been to pretty much everything else there is to do. NFL, MLB, NHL, all that. I had never done college. Haven't done a basketball game for college yet. That might be the next thing I do. I want to go check some of that out. But you know, we'll see what happens there. But they won, of course. The Irish won by the skin of their teeth, but they won. But did that, and of course, last week I turned another year older. We're not going to talk about the exact age because I like to say that I'm timeless. But tonight, as we record this, we went to one of those little recreational centers. They got the batting cages, they got the mini golf, they got the arcade and pizza and all that, and just kind of did that with the family, and just had a good time, and just had a nice little weekend. The best part about that is it was, as about 8 minutes from my apartment, so
Yep.
it was really cool to do. And back to work on Monday as it is.
Yeah, that's usually how it is. Like the older you get, birthdays you really don't find much of a reason to celebrate. I personally, I stopped celebrating mine probably my 20th. My 20th birthday, I was in basic training, so I stopped celebrating birthdays after that.
Well,
Did a vacation a couple years ago, but we went in between two hurricanes, so it kind of Florida was not a fun place to be. So yeah, it's pretty much I've either worked wrestling shows or I worked the normal shooter job, which will, I think I'm actually no, I believe I'm working a show on mine, as I will not disclose when my birthday is, but yeah, chances are I'll be working a show on that day.
well, there you go. It's good for you. It invigorates you. I don't think I've ever actually worked a show on my birthday that I know of. That again, my memory has been known to fail me a time or two, but I kind of stopped getting excited every year for my birthday, probably after I did the 21st. You know how it is, but I still kind of maintain, I'll kind of, for like anything that ends in a 5 or a 0. But outside of that, it's sure, get together with the family, exchange the card, eat the pizza, have the laugh, etc. But another year older, still not another year wiser. We'll try again next year. But shut the fuck up. Hey man, I never claimed I'm growing older, but not up, as it were.
Don't
But
tell me to act my age, because I've never been this age before. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
exactly, I'm still kind of working on that. By the time I get
Yeah.
it down, I'll be another year older. Then I got to start working on that one, and before you know it, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh man. So that was kind of my weekend. It was nice. It was quiet. Really looking forward to just some peace and quiet now, not having anything going on the weekends. I don't anticipate any more craziness for a little while. Of course, wrestling's always just a week away. Something will come up. It's just a phone call away. But really looking forward to things to come here for us going forward. We're working on something special. Can't really say what it is yet, but we definitely have something that will make you smile, and that will be our hint. But Jesse, what exactly would you say is the sportsgetball thing that you're following at the moment?
Right now, I am starting to get mentally prepared for hockey preseason.
Not quite there yet. You
We're
know,
not quite there yet. Probably
I'm
about
not quite there yet. Because well, one, I kind of feel like I know what's coming for me.
Mhm.
It's going to be disappointment wrapped in a nice wrapping paper, but I'm still kind of just settling into football. Like you see, I'm looking down. I'm following my fantasy right now. I'm watching the Bears and I'm watching the Bears and the Rams. I've got David Montgomery as my running back. He seems to be doing all right, but I'm fighting for my life here. Guy I'm playing is kind of staying in there a little more than he should have. My team on paper is pretty good, but of course, it didn't help that Green Bay got absolutely daddy slapped.
oh
And not the
my.
yeah.
Oh me, Mal, they got
It kind of reminded me of a
wrecked.
certain it kind of reminds me of a certain thing that Effie does to people in the ring. Just got smacked right in the face by the Saints today. And the Bears fan in me said that was glorious. So like, yeah. But
I know Tennessee absolutely got their shit wrecked today.
yeah, I'll tell you what, that was probably the biggest surprise for me today. Was not only did Tennessee look that bad, it's that Arizona, speaking of daddy slapping, woo, boy, it got messy. It got out of hand quick.
Yeah, I was catching bits and pieces of it because the person who's running the sound and lighting at the show had his phone pulled up and obviously had a stream going. So every so often I'd look out, kind of catch over his shoulder what was going on. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not a Tennessee fan.
I had Brown starting. I'm sitting there just kind of just waiting for something to I had Julio in another league. That one, that's gonna have to improve or I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
And because
See,
there's
and
one thing I am not gonna tolerate. It is, oh wow. It is losing to Jacob Clemens in fantasy football. That is right. I'm throwing the gauntlet down, Jacob Clemens, if that is your real name. Justice Clearwater, Chauncey Clearwater. I don't care. I'm kicking your ass in a couple of weeks when we play, buddy. That's right. I'm dropping the gauntlet, Jacob Clemens. I'm calling you out. You're gonna lose when we play for the Zebra Cup in a few weeks. You better bring your lunch pail, pal.
Zebra Cup. Okay.
That's what I am the commissioner of the league. It was my idea, so it fell on me to be the commissioner. So it also
We'll get you
fell on
the
me to name it.
we'll get
So we're playing for the Zebra Cup.
we'll get you the Mick Foley commissioner shirt that says commissioner. See, I never got into fantasy football for whatever reason. I don't think I care. I don't care that much about it to really be that into it. Like I used to be when I was younger.
About football, and because of fantasy, because I'm so competitive, fantasy made me tolerate football a bit more because it was more than just watching a bad team play a good team. Now it's all right. I've got this guy in this game. He can have a good game, and I'm still happy. It's the game within the game. And that's why I when I got into it, because I didn't really know anybody at that point. But when I got in there, that was kind of my that was kind of what kind of helped me over that hump. And we're having some fun. I've won a league once. I was pretty happy about that. A 12-man league
Nice.
a few years back. Of course, I win, and I was playing my cousin, and I took it so seriously, dude. Like I wouldn't talk to him. I'm wanting to say it was either Thanksgiving or Christmas. No, it was Christmas. I wouldn't talk to him because we were playing each other that week. I wouldn't talk to him. So and I win. So I shoot like this Facebook message out on Facebook, like going live now to Wembley Stadium where Queen has taken the stage for the victory celebration. And I played We Are the Champions. I was like, oh God, what a meathead. Oh, there
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah. Oh no, I was checking something real quick. because I know the Giants were playing Cubbies, and
Season's been over for a month and a half, Chief. I don't know why you're watching them.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm still a San Francisco fan, so.
Why?
Well, because I can.
Yeah.
It's something apparently that fascinates a lot of my friends. They're like, "You're from Tennessee, but you don't like any Tennessee teams except for like one." It's like, yeah, because there's nothing good about Tennessee. College football is atrocious. The pro football team is horrible. Apparently, there's a basketball team. I don't know how good they are. At least our hockey team is palatable.
My day is kind of ruined because Mr. Aaron Jones did nothing today because the Packers got absolutely just curb stomped.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to bode well for the season, but I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know how these things go. Like, you could start off real bad and then have a great finish to the season, at least. Go 8-8.
One can hope.
Yeah, that's just like, I think it's so cool if you're just a fan of sports in general, because you've got baseball that starts up in the spring and goes through the summer into fall. Once you start getting at the start of fall, you've got football and hockey that start back up. And those will get you all the way into the spring. So that way baseball starts back around. Then you can throw NASCAR or auto racing in there, usually starting up in February. And so I said, it's just.
I fell out of NASCAR when they kind of changed up the rules a little bit. I did not like the stages thing.
Yeah, I started to get out of it probably 05, 06. Like I was never a fan of the chase system where it's like only these 10 guys get to compete for the cup. Doesn't matter if they're winning races or not. That means they got to play a strategy. Like, I get the idea of like strategically racing to get points, but I feel as though to be a champion you should just win. So like somebody who is not in the chase could have won like all of the races and not won the championship. I just always thought that was weird. And then I think I tried to watch Daytona this year, and I did the whole stage system. Like, it confuses me. I'm like, oh, he won the state. The state. What's a stage?
I'll be honest. If I tune in, it's just to watch Kyle Busch crash. I'm that guy.
Yeah, well, that's you know what? Can confirm. Would like to see Kyle Busch wreck more. I've met the guy like twice, and he was a complete asshole. So yeah. I never cared for him as a race car driver. Don't care for him as a person. So like I said, NASCAR has changed so much since I've watched. Like, there's a whole new generation of people who are like veteran drivers. I have no idea who they are. Because like when I was watching some driver, like Carl Edwards he had really grown to be a solid driver. I was a Tony Stewart fan. Before that, I was a Dale Earnhardt fan. And I got out of it, come back, and I'm like, I don't recognize hardly anybody. Like, there are all these kids. So they came up from like ARCA and the Busch series, Truck series. So it's like, that's a whole... It's like getting out of Pokemon and coming back to it. It's like, whoa, there's a whole new cast of characters and nothing makes sense anymore. So, like, but it was always something I could just toss on like a Saturday or Sunday in the background, just having auto racing going on. Like I said, there's either football game, for a while there's baseball and hockey. Like I said, there's a point where all this stuff's going on at the same time, and it's pretty incredible. So it's just like it's cool being a sports fan sometimes.
Sometimes, but then again, there are some times where it's just like, will this ever end?
That will probably be me come February for Nashville. Is this over yet? Just mercy kill us so we can do whatever it is we do in the off season, because it's obviously not get better at playing hockey.
Nah. But yeah, man, that's kind of been the weekend for me. I'm kind of looking forward to, like I said, we've got our project we've been working on the last month or so for October coming up. I'm looking forward to Warrior in October. The one and only Bret the Hitman Hart's joining us, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But man, I'll tell you what, it's been quite a week, and it feels like it's been a month, but it's really been a week.
Yeah, I mean, like if you really think about it, what was it this time last week? I would have been passed out in my hotel in Schaumburg, missing All Out.
I did watch a little bit of All Out. I was bummed from the tag titles match on.
Yeah, I was bummed because like I either was going to try to get a ticket or try to find a way to watch it, and I was so tanked from working Effie's show that as soon as I got to my hotel and I got comfortable, I just went out. Out like a light. And then when I woke up, I was like, well, I missed that. Might as well get some food. DoorDash, Portillo's.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm missing some Portillo's right now. I really can't wait to come back up there. I'm coming back up just for the hot dogs and the shakes. That's
there you go. Oh, you got to come up for the winter time so you can really figure out why the North is for the adults, for the big boys. Not everybody can live in the North, baby.
I've been in Michigan during a snowstorm, so I know how bad it can get.
In the Windy City.
Oh yeah, wind that'll cut right through you.
It'll cut through you at one of the lines that Jim Ross had that's always made me chuckle. I've loved it. Cut through you like X-Lac through a widow woman.
Ooh, yeah. Like I said, there's the potential that I could be up there in November. So I'm like, oh, Chicago, right off a Great Lake in November.
It's not that bad. No, the good stuff usually happens at the turn of the year. That's where the good stuff happens.
That's when you guys get all the snow and all that jazz.
Where it is literally frozen hell.
I believe it.
How did life ever grow here?
Well, it's like I appreciate the cold a lot more than the heat because I hate hot weather. Like I hate being hot and miserable. But man, there's some levels of cold. I'm like, if I put on like 5 layers and I'm still freezing, I don't belong here.
I don't belong here and I'm not well. Sorry. We'll see their action for you. But speaking of singing, I do have to give a shout out to my girlfriend. I got to brag on something that I got for my birthday. She got me. I came home on Thursday, and my kitchen was. If you look at my social media, it was just like completely covered in happy birthday stuff, and I had a gift waiting for me on the kitchen table, and I open it up, and I got apparently a new phone. I got this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I've been reading this while watching fantasy football on the couch today, and all that stuff. So I'm pretty excited for to read this because I love like in-depth studies and the rationales behind things in literature and things like that. Like I'm a sucker for that. I can't just watch something and that's it. Like if I watch something, do you mind? Mr. Train, I'm trying to do a podcast here and you're just over here leading into my dadgum, sir. It is 9:50 at night and you're blaring your horn. Like it's quiet time now. Can you please just dull roar? Anyway.
So we have that same problem when we do our New South show at Top Shelf. Guaranteed there's a train that goes right by in the middle of a match.
Yeah.
Every time.
But yeah, I like if I watch something and it really captures my attention and my imagination, I've got to do like a deep dive on it and do the
Yep.
director's commentary and the notes, the IMDb, that sort of thing. Like I have to. That's just what makes me tick.
Yep.
So I'm really looking forward to reading that. But yeah, man, I think that'll do it for that's all I got to say for tonight.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm a bit tired, so
you're getting tired. Well, if the troops are getting tired, I think we should have a final formation and put out those words of wisdom.
Oh, do we have to have formation?
Do you want to get out of here? I mean, because we can stay and do extra duty. I mean, first sergeant and commander are going home, but the rest of us, we can stay behind and do some kitchen duty.
Oh God, KP duty. Fuck that.
KP,
I did KP. I did KP twice in basic, and I was like, wow. Like I get why people do it because it gets you out of doing stuff, but it's like, fuck that. But nonetheless, here we are recording on a Sunday. So somehow we managed to make it through the weekend without adding to the population and subtracting from the population. But the night's not over, so there could in fact be a safety briefing tomorrow.
Please no. I'm demanding no. But with that being said, this is the crew of Pop Goes the Zebra, wishing everybody a good night, and we will see you next time. Ladies and gentlemen, please take care.